at the very cornerstone, a lot of our work falls under what you could call social emotional learning, character development, life skills, stuff that like legitimately will help you for the course of a lifetime. At the very foundational level of any sort of character development, there are three big pieces. It's self-awareness, purpose, self-management. And you got to hit the big three. And without the P, without the purpose part, there is no self-management outside of a direction, if that makes sense. Like you've got to get a place. Otherwise, what are you managing toward? There's obsessive compulsions that are, there's all sorts of things people do that are purposeless. But
I think if you don't, and not to cut you off with it, but I think if if you're so engrossed in your own thoughts and your own inside yourself so much without something externally pumping in, I think it can, and especially for NFL players, especially retired NFL players that lived on this high and had all this community and all these other things, I think it becomes a fucking dark place.
There's no doubt.
And I think once you enter that dark place of like, hey, you know what? Because it's a shit, like very few people get the Ben Roethlisberger or the Tony Gonzalez where they get to roll out after 18 years and everybody cheers their name and they get to walk away the way they want.
Right.
Most people end kind of like I did, where you get hurt and they meet you at the door with your shit and say, get the fuck out of here. And then you go home, you have surgery, and then you have to make a decision where you got teams calling you to come try out again. You're like, dude, I'm a 10-year starter and you want me to come fucking try out for the minimum?
Right.
So I think that darkness creeps in people's heads.
Yeah.
And if you don't have positive things around you and other things that are projecting out, like one's self-worth, purpose, I want to do this, like positivity, exercise, like physical, like all these other things, I think it's really easy to turn that in. And when you turn that in, it gets dark as fuck.
True. And for everybody. And I think that idea is just exacerbated in the NFL population. I think as much as any sport, because even at high level basketball, like you said, there's not 100,000 people cheering. It's just not the same. There's nothing that can replicate football. I agree with you. I think that is a sort of a steep cliff post NFL career.